Hello everybody, President here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Tomb Raider Anniversary. In the previous episode, we conquered the Colosseum and obtained a new weapon. In today's episode, we're going through Midas' palace. Alright. Starting off this level, we have some gorillas we're going to be facing, but luckily, thanks to our super handy dandy powers of the 50 caliber bullet thingy-majiggas, we can face these gorillas with no problem. Except it is going to be kind of a problem because these are still pretty difficult enemies to fight. If you don't want to stick the nunchuck to do your dodging, to dodge out of the way from these enemies, or if you want to use a drum headshot, you can also press down on the D-pad to do this move as well if you don't want to stick the nunchuck. But this level is called Midas' Palace, and there's a hand statue right here. I want to touch it! I guess Laura's now a trophy girlfriend. In case you haven't figured it out already by the fact that we just turned into gold a moment ago and the fact this level is called Midas' Palace, this level is based off the Greek mythology story of King Midas, who wished that everything he touched turned into gold. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting level, and I really like how it plays with the legend. If I remember correctly, the story went that he wished that everything he touched turned to gold, but then like his family members, when he touched them, they turned to gold too and they died. Or he starved to death because all the food he tried to touch would also turn to gold. So that's something that's pretty interesting. I may be wrong by a couple of those details because Greek mythology isn't something that I study every single day of my life. Even though I do really love Greek mythology. What the heck happened there? Okay. Alright, now, something that kind of bothers me about the Wii version, I don't remember this being a thing on the HD versions, or any other versions, not the Wii version, but when you turn to gold, you can clearly see that the back of Laura's sprite isn't gold. Like, her entire body is turning gold at the very beginning of the animation, but when you get the up-close shot, you can see that the back of her isn't gold, so, like, how hard could it have possibly have been to turn the entire character model into gold? Like, I understand, I know what goes into texturing a character model, but was it really easier to just make the front of it gold and make it obvious that the back of it isn't? But I just don't understand that. But anyway, we're going to be going over here and we're going to be using some super handy dandy Wii exclusive puzzles of awesomeness that only us Wii owners have. Mwahaha! Your face, paste this in the next box. Jump for joy. Alright, so we go over here and oh! It's another Wii exclusive puzzle! It's not really that hard, you just go like this and boop! We did it! Yay! And I'm going to say this right now. I am honestly kind of sick of recording this level. If you look at the episode number, you should know why. This is episode 11, and we all know what that means. I've been struggling trying to record this video for one reason or another, whether it be me just not being happy with my commentary, or just being interrupted by outside sources, or a particular problem which we'll be seeing in a little moment. But as for right now, we're just going to be using the super handy dandy puzzles of Machine Cognitus or something. I don't know where I was trying to go with that. But we activate that, and here is my son. Alright, now before we do anything else, I'm going to go down here. I'm very glad I didn't land on a spike right there because I was actually just doing like a blind jump right there and I didn't remember where the spikes were. And when I jumped in there, I was like, oh gosh, there's going to be a spike down there. But luckily there wasn't. Oh yeah. So we docked down to that little pile of rocks. I'm going to use the health pack right now because I don't want to die. Dying is not very pleasant. And then we go back up these stairs. If you don't want to get any of the rewards in this level, then you don't have to pull that rock thing down. But because it's a 100% Let's Play, I'm going to be doing everything in this level. Now, if you want an example of how terrible my original Let's Play of this game was, okay, well, first of all, if you try walking on top of this thing, you want to be quick about it because, yeah, the spikes will go upwards, and if you're still standing on the platform, you will die, and that's not very pleasant. But yeah, if you want an example of how terrible my original Let's Play of this game was, I didn't get all the rewards in the first video, so I ended up making a second video called, like, Midas Palace Secrets or whatever, that demonstrated the remaining rewards that I couldn't get. It was terrible, and that's, like, one of the bigger reasons why I was not very fond of that Let's Play. We go up here, and I need to explain something. there should be an artifact right here. But this game has a very, very weird save system. Like, I'm going to go into my load game real quick. And you can see on our first save file, we have a couple different versions of it. Like, we have the one we're using right now, we have a backup one, and I would show the third one, but it actually contains spoilers for what's going to be coming up soon. I accidentally saved my game over this, and the really weird thing is, if you save your game on another backup save file on the same number file thing, it's very confusing, but I'm sure it makes sense somehow. But if you save your game, when you get further into the game, and you go back to another save file that was earlier in the game, it still counts the rewards. And I'm sure this is fine and all, but this makes it really hard for me to demonstrate these rewards. So as you saw on screen a moment ago, we're going to have pictures on screen to demonstrate those rewards are actually indeed there. This is going to make it really hard for me to play through this game, because I like seeing those artifacts there and having the satisfaction of actually collecting them. And the unfortunate thing is, this is also going to apply for the next video as well. So, I really apologize in advance for this. It really makes me sad that this happened, but I couldn't continue onward unless I did the thing that I'm doing in this video, where I'm going to have pictures on screen to demonstrate those artifacts are indeed there. Or I would have had to have completely restarted my playthrough from scratch, and that's really not an option for me right now. Alright, we gotta be quick. And we were too slow. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, just like the other artifact, there's supposed to be a reward right here, but unfortunately, because of my save file problems, I can't demonstrate right here, but there will be a clip on screen demonstrating the fact that this is actually a relic. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting, and if you want to 100% this game, this is very well worth collecting. Now, something very interesting about this level in particular is, this is the only level in 2 Year Anniversary to contain 2 relics. Every location in the game has 2 relics in total. This is the only level in the entire game that contains both of them. So none of the other levels in Greece have relics. This is the only level with the relics in there. So that's pretty interesting. And I probably have a counter on screen for how many times I said relic in that sentence. But I'm probably not going to do that because I don't feel like doing any more extra editing than I need to. I'm already going to have to put those extra video clips on screen for you people. You better appreciate it. Alright then. So we gotta be quick about this, because otherwise the things will start going back downwards, and that would not be very pleasant at all. So you're supposed to continue like going around the long way to get that relic, but I like using that shortcut of just jumping on the other thing. Okay, I'm getting a little nervous, and what the heck is that noise? It's like it sounds like a lawnmower's outside, but I'm in an apartment. How would that work? Alright, sorry about that. I got distracted by outside noises. But anyway, yeah. We can go through here and collect a lead bar. I'll be honest, my first playthrough of this game, I legitimately thought that was chocolate. I don't know why, it just looks like a really weird piece of chocolate. And I want chocolate now. Gee, thanks. Alrighty then, so we continue on through here in this deep, dark, scary cave of scariness. Ooh, something's gonna be around the corner, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Yep, there is. Ah, excuse me. Very rude of you. You did not get to hurt my waifu. Alright, so let's just use our super awesome 50 caliber bullet thingies to take out these guys. Come at me, bro. Cobra, not ape. Alright, let's do this. And you're destroyed. Oh yeah. Alright then, so now that we've done that, I believe what we'll want to do next is we want to go up here. By the way, I really love the detail of all the grass growing on the statue. It's a really cool detail. And this is a huge statue. Alright, so now we've activated the switch, we can go over here. Also, there are shotgun cells on the top of the statue if you want to go grab them real quick. I don't think I'm going to need them anytime soon, because I haven't really been using my shotgun at all throughout this game. Like, I used it a couple times on a few of those smaller enemies, but personally speaking, the shotgun's my least favorite weapon in the game. Now, it is a great weapon and all for up-close combat, but the thing is, I don't like up-close combat, so that's the reason why I'm not doing that. But, what we can do is go through this area. And I want to take a moment to, like, really appreciate the beauty of this room. Like, just look at it. Like, you can see all the columns and stuff like that. You can see the things on the wall right there. This entire level is just so pretty. And it especially helps the fact that Lara Croft is incredibly gorgeous, so that just makes the area even more beautiful. Sorry, I just love Laura. So we go through here. And actually, wait, I'm going to see what Laura's journal says about that room. Laura's journal is not that useful, but I just want to see what she says.
The center column seems to be holding up the weight of the entire ceiling.
I don't know what you're saying, Laura, because the central column isn't even attached to the ceiling. Okay. I don't know why the journal says that, because clearly the column doesn't even touch the ceiling. But anyway, we go back through here, and we're going to have some new enemies to face. Well, not new enemies, but we're going to be facing some more enemies. Yeah, that's what I told you meant to say. We have a gorilla and a lion. I have no idea how they've survived down here so long. I wonder what the story between this gorilla and the lion is. Maybe they were like best friends in high school, and this is like their college dorm or whatever. I don't know. And destroy the lion. Haha. So let's see what Laura's journal says about this area.
The base of the center column doesn't look very sturdy.
Whoever's idea was that to put wooden planks right here to hold up a giant marble column needs to be fired. Poor architecture design. So now that we've done that, we can go grab the next lead bar. And I'm sure destroying that column didn't have any ramifications on the room above. Is that the right word? I don't think I've ever actually used that word in a real sentence before. I don't know. If that is the wrong word, then I'll put a caption on screen somewhere around here to correct my poor English-speaking skills. But I mean, yeah, destroying that column would have collapses the room. Who would have thought? So, yeah, we're kind of stuck here because I believe if we try going down this hallway down here, let's turn on the flashlight real quick. I believe at some point, around here. Yep. And actually, wait, this leads back to the regular room. Okay, I thought for sure that would have completely blocked off our exit, but that's not the way we're supposed to go anyway, because the way we need to go to activate the final room in this area, we have to climb a little higher in the collapsing room. So, yeah, we learn something new every day. Now, this room is pretty interesting in the original Tomb Raider game. Now, I don't remember exactly what it was like, to be completely honest, even though I did record footage for it, like, a little while ago. And by a little while ago, I mean a couple weeks ago, because I haven't had time to record a full Let's Play video in like a couple weeks, because freaking college is time-consuming. But, yeah, this room was pretty interesting in the original game. There's one room later that I definitely will be demonstrating in the original Tomb Raider game as well. So, keep an eye out for that, because it's going to be epic and amazing, and very time-consuming to record footage for, so you better appreciate it. So what we want to do next is we're going to go over here and use the grappling hook to swing across the wall. Now, I don't know what I was saying a moment ago, when I was saying in a couple of videos back when I said that that one room in St. Francis Folly was the only part where you had to use the wall kicking thing, because technically you could probably use the wall running wall kick thing to get on top of this platform, but what you're supposed to do is go over this way. I would demonstrate the wall kicking trick, but to be completely honest, I don't want to risk it, because whenever I was practicing for this video, I fell off the platform and died more often than I care to admit. So I'm not even going to bother trying. We go across here and continue climbing this column. Thankfully, these columns were destroyed in such a way that we can conveniently climb across them. And the camera was changing right there, and that's caused a lot more deaths than I also cared to admit. Camera, 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 let me move you. Stupid camera. I love these games, but the cameras are garbage. And then we can come across here. Also, you don't have to worry about any artifacts or relics in this room. This is the only room, only major room in the level that doesn't contain any collectibles or anything like that. Like, you could get the big meta pack that we got a moment ago, so I guess that technically counts as a collectible. But as I've mentioned before, throughout this Let's Play, I'm not going to be going out of my way to collect every single piece of supply. With that being said, I want to get the one over there. Also, you can see the outside of the building as well right there, and it looks pretty cool. So I don't know what I was saying in the Lost Valley when I said that was the only part of the game where we can actually see the outside of the areas. Because we've seen the outside of these locations more times than I thought we would. Oh boy. Well, you know what that means. Fast forward! We did it! Yay! Alrighty then, so let's go back through here, and there was a checkpoint, a deep, dark, scary hallway. Ooh, spooky! Yeah, this always a little dark, so I apologize if it's hard to see in the final video. Oh, hello. We have some girls over here we can face now. You want to be very careful, because if you fall off this platform, you're going to have to go a long way back to get back up here. I also have no idea where these girls came from, because they were clearly not in this area when we first came into this room. I don't know the logic of that. Maybe they're magical gorillas that can teleport. They're the X-Men gorillas. Right, so now that we've activated that switch... Unnecessary epicness! Whee! Thankfully that pool is down there so that we can conveniently swan dive without any worrying about dying, even though I did die on the failed recording. So we want to get over here because the final door is up on this higher area. Ooh, spooky. Now this level in general is very, very different in terms of layout in this game than it is in the original Tomb Raider game. Because in the original Tomb Raider game it was a lot more sprawled out and a lot more open. Whereas in this game, it's very different because, like, you have like a central hub that leads to those other rooms. But it's a lot more sprawled out and open in the original Tomb Raider game. So that's something that I find very interesting that they changed so much of this level in the original from the original when they made Tomb Raider Anniversary. And speaking of which, we have this room, and this room is very, very, very interesting. And we'll see why as we go back up here, out of the water. Welcome to your doom. This is easily the room that I struggled with the most on my first playthrough back when I was a kid. And the reason why is because of the artifact, is because of the relic in this room, which we'll be getting in a moment. But as for right now, we're continuing on our merry way through our path of glory, and continue on this level the way you're supposed to. So we're going to be setting up a couple things before we go out of our way to go get the relic, and while we do that, I want to demonstrate what this room was like in the original Tomb Raider game, because it's kind of funny. I'm going to be completely honest, it's kind of funny how different this room is in the original game. It's just like a couple of simple platforms that catch on fire, and that's basically it. Now I understand platforming was a bit more limited in those days, but it's really funny to see just how much they changed in this room. Now that being said, even though I did struggle with this room when I was a kid, I still really enjoyed this room because it's a lot of fun. Wait, what were we supposed to do? Let's move that. I think we move it this way? Yep, we do. So it was always my theory that this room was supposed to be like a reference to Greek fire or something like that. But when I was a kid, I also thought this room was supposed to be like a kitchen or something like that because you're in a palace and like I always thought that the big fire was supposed to be like giant ovens or something like that for Midas's chefs or whatever to cook meals for him. Because when you're a little kid and you see fire like that, that's like my immediate first thought. I always thought this room was supposed to be like a kitchen when I was a kid. But it's not. It's like a torture room or whatever. Actually, now that I think about it, I actually don't know what the purpose of these rooms are supposed to be. Alright, so now that we've done that, it's time to go get the relic. And oh boy, this is gonna be fun! If you want to know how fun this is gonna be, I'm gonna be doing something on screen right now that I've never done on a Let's Play before. I'm gonna let you guys see my Let's Play notes. And just read what it says. Yeah. That's all I can really say about it. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. So what you want to do is you want to go. Stop. Okay. What you want to do is you want to climb across these poles and then swing on over here. And jump and jump. Now we could go across these platforms, but I'm gonna be unnecessarily epic and jump this way. Whee! Sequence breaking! And pull the switch, and good luck. So as I've mentioned before with the other artifacts in the level, I unfortunately won't be able to demonstrate this normally. I will have a clip on screen when we get to the reward to demonstrate what it looks like. But yeah, it kind of bums me out that we won't be able to demonstrate that because I have a lot of history with this one. When I was a kid, I would get so frustrated trying to get this one because you're on a very strict time limit for getting this relic. It is kind of ridiculous just how little time you have to go get this one. My advice, to be completely honest, just let Laura burn. I know that's incredibly morbid and stuff like that, but let Laura take damage. You have plenty of metapacks to restore your HP if you need it. So, yeah, that's all I can really say. I think I may have already messed this up. Right, we gotta be quick, 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 we gotta be quick. Yeah, we did it. Whew! Alright, so now that we've done that, let's finish off this stupid room once and for all. Like, I honestly really have mixed feelings about this room because I struggled with it so much when I was a kid, but I like the idea of it. I think that's basically it. I like the idea of it, but not necessarily playing the level. But now we have all the lead bars and all the artifacts and relics. And we're also getting this health pack just because I feel like it. And we can swan dive back into the water and continue on our merry way through our path of glory. So let's continue on swimming. Let's just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do we do? We swim, swim. I love that movie. So we continue going through here and activate the flashlight. Ooh. Super amazing Wii exclusive features are super cool, except when the gorillas punch me in the face. Get away from me. Okay. Whew. Those gorillas always freak me out. I don't know why it is just those ones in particular. Maybe it's because they're in a deep, dark, scary room, but it's always those gorillas in particular. And my microphone fell asleep. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get these Sargon cells. No, we can't. Okay. Well, they're there if you need them. So you might be wondering what those lead bars are supposed to be for. Well, we can go over here and turn the lead bars into gold. This is honestly really cool, and I really love how they implemented the legend of King Midas into the gameplay. This is just awesome. It would be interesting if they made like a Tomb Raider game in the future where the artifact you were hunting for was like the Hand of Midas or something like that. Because I could see a couple interesting puzzles with them doing that. I know there was like that one direct-to-DVD Aladdin movie that focused on like Midas's hand or whatever, but just a little weird. But yeah. Activating those gold bars will open the way to the super awesome swimming pool. Or a jacuzzi. I don't know. Well, it's not bubbling, so it's probably not a jacuzzi. I could go for a jacuzzi right now. I have no idea what I'm trying to say. So now that we've done that, we have completed this level. So thank you all so much for watching this video of Tomb Raider Anniversary. In the next episode, we're going to continue on our merry way into the super awesome swimming pool of destiny. And until next time, it's gear to you. Oh yeah.